Instagram has been rapidly changing, and if you're not making the changes that Instagram's requiring you to, you're going to get less views and you're going to get less followers. And I can guess, since you clicked on this video, that stuff has already happened to you. Or you want to take advantage of Instagram right now and grow because it is so easy to grow right now. That being said, the first change that you need to make sure that you're adapting to any photo that you upload to Instagram now needs to be 5x4. It used to have to be square. Now you want to make it 5x4 because if you're not doing that, they're not going to push out your piece of content because of several different factors. But before we get dive into those factors, I need you to smash that subscribe button. If you want to grow quicker on Instagram, YouTube, or TikTok, I literally upload a video about how to grow on these platforms every single day. In addition to that, I created a free Instagram growth course you can get into at the link, the pinned comment below. It's going to share with you things like the best time to post right now and the best hashtags to use. Finally, here's my phone number. Please shoot me a text message. I want to help you grow quicker on Instagram. I'm really looking forward to helping you grow. So the reason that you need to make sure that your images are now 5x4 on Instagram, every single image that you upload, is because Instagram changed all videos to be reels. And what does that mean? It means that they're longer. So if your photo isn't longer, it's not going to take up as much space. You're not going to take up as much real estate. And as a result, Instagram isn't going to be pushing out your content because it's not going to get as much engagement. They've shown that 5x4 photos get more engagement than square photos, which is exactly why they're changing this, which is exactly why you need to get ahead of the curve and make sure that you implement this change. But that's not the only thing. You also need to change the length of your content and several other things that we're going to get into in this video. But before we can do that, I need to address a few things because I've been getting so many comments, even people signing up for the mentorship program saying these insane things. So first and foremost, do not buy fake engagement on Instagram. It is one of the worst things that you could do. Instagram knows that you're doing this, and then they're not going to push out your real organic content. They're not going to give you real organic followers. And then a lot of people do that first thing. They buy fake followers, they buy fake engagement, they buy fake likes, which stop doing that. Please, you are actively ruining your account by doing that. And then the second thing that they end up doing, they end up removing followers. Do not do this. Never do this. This is one of the worst things that you could possibly do on Instagram. You don't know actually who's a bot. You don't know who's real. You don't know who's fake. You might think that you know, but that is a complete waste of time because it has been shown, it has been proven that if you remove followers on Instagram, you end up basically shadow banning yourself on Instagram. You're not going to get as much reach. You're not going to get as many followers because Instagram looks at that as a red flag. If magically all these people started following you, or you might have blocked all these people, well then guess what? Instagram isn't going to be pushing out your content because that raises a red flag. Why would they push out the content from somebody who's losing a ton of followers? Or why would they push out the content from somebody that just blocked a ton of people? That's a red flag to Instagram. So please make sure that you're not making that mistake. The third mistake so many creators are doing right now is they are not using tags in their posts. And no, I am not talking about hashtags. I'm talking about the tag feature. You need to make sure that you're using 3 tags. You need to make sure that they're specific to whatever you're posting about. It's way too many creators are either 1, not using tags at all, or 2, using tags that are irrelevant. And it's one of the reasons that you're not getting as many views or as many followers as you should be, because ultimately the wrong audience ends up seeing your content because you didn't choose the right tags. Now the last piece, before we could get into more proactive things and more positive things that you can actually do to increase the amount of followers and the amount of views that you're getting, we need to cover something. No, Instagram does not decrease your reach. Instagram does not decrease your views once you enter the Reels bonus program. That is not true. I don't know why people are saying that. I don't care if it might have lowered your views a little bit. That's not why your views lowered. Your views lowered because you stopped doing what was working on Instagram, and you probably stopped doing one of the next 3 steps that I'm about to share. Step number 2 to getting more followers right now on Instagram is making sure that you're focused more on curated content. You heard that right. You need to be curating content. And no, I am not talking about posting other people's content. Instead, what I'm talking about is using memes. Way too many of you are not using memes and you don't understand how to use memes. Essentially, you need to take popular memes, and this is one of the most popular things that you should be doing right now. You should be going and following all the meme accounts, and then what you need to do, they'll have a meme, right? It might be a photo, it might be a video, and then there's gonna be text above it. You need to change that text to something that is applicable to either your niche or your target audience. If you're going for comedy, it should be going after your target audience, something that's going to be relatable, something that's going to be funny. If it's within your niche, the same thing. Something funny, something relatable, something annoying, something they don't like, something they're going to share with their coworkers, something they're going to share with other people within their field, something that they're going to share with other people that fit the criteria of that thing and might relate to it. This is how you're going to get more views on Instagram. And one of the easiest ways to do this is upload these short videos as memes that could be 1 second, 2 second, 3 second, 4 seconds. Either way, they're going to be short videos. They're going to get a ton of shares. They're going to get a ton of comments. And ultimately, they're going to help you get more views and get more followers because you're going to be able to relate to people. And also, which I haven't mentioned yet, they're going to decrease the amount of time that you actually spend creating content. I know so many of you say that you spend so much time creating content, either curating content, coming up with content, editing your content, maybe shooting your content if you have to wait for the kids to go to bed or whatever the case is. But this is going to decrease the amount of time that you actually spend creating content because it's super easy. In addition to that, it's going to get more views, it's going to get more followers, probably than the content that you're uploading right now. Now, before we could get into the last two steps, by the way, the last one's the most important because it's how long your video should actually be to optimize for getting the most amount of followers and, more importantly, getting the most amount of views. I need to make sure that you understand something. It's easier to grow on Instagram right now than it ever has been before, and you need to make sure that you're taking advantages because I don't think this opportunity is going to last much longer. In fact, I think the organic reach on Instagram is going to begin to drop, which isn't necessarily a bad thing because it's going to lead to brands paying more money because they're going to have to advertise more to get more reach, aka they're going to have to pay you to reach people, to reach your followers. That being said, there is still organic reach right now. This is one of the last strips of organic reach that we might see on Instagram. So if you're serious about growing on Instagram, I need to make sure that you're taking advantage of this situation right now because it's easier than ever to get followers, to get views, and ultimately to end up getting paid by brands for posting stuff on Instagram. Which brings me to step number 3 before we get into the most important step. You need to make sure that there's a call to action in each piece of content that you upload, and it needs to be confirming something. It should not be follow for more fitness tips. It should be follow to lose weight, follow to gain weight, follow for healthy recipes, follow if you're tired of being hungry, or if you're in finance, it should be follow to make more money, follow to get a 10% return. Whatever the case is, it needs to be confirming something that your audience already believes. It could be something good, it could be something bad. If you're doing a football post and you're posting about the Jets playing the Patriots, but you're a Jets fan, you should do follow if you think the Jets are going to win. Now, it's going to do two things. One, it's going to have all the Pats fans go comment on the post, which is going to boost your post, and you're going to get a ton of followers from all the Jets fans out there. Or you could do something like follow if you hate the Patriots, because there's probably more people that hate the Patriots than like the Jets. You see where I'm going here? You need to make sure that you're actually confirming something with that call to action. If you're not confirming something for your audience, you're not going to get as much engagement because I'm telling you, nobody wants more videos. They want to confirm whatever it is that they're watching, what they're looking for, and that is how you do a call to action that ends up getting you more followers and not crickets. Which brings me to the last and most important part of this video, which is that you need to make sure that you are shortening the length of your content. Don't upload 60-second videos, 50-second videos, 40-second videos. Well, if they're working, then continue to upload them. But if they're not working, it's because you need to decrease the actual length of your content. The ideal post length on Instagram, the majority of posts that go viral are 7 or less seconds long. The reason being, that's how long our attention span. The reason being, because a lot of you guys just end up rambling on and on and on, which ultimately leads to a decrease in the amount of people that complete the video, and completion rate is one of the #1 metrics that Instagram's looking for right now. And one of the easiest ways for you guys to actually take advantage of the things that have already worked on your account is to do a repost. So this is the final tip that I have for you guys. You guys need to make sure that your posts are 7 seconds or less. They can be a little longer, but a great thing that you could also do is do a part 1, part 2, part 3, because you're gonna end up hitting the same topic, hitting the same audience, getting a lot of views. They'll compound on itself. Maybe the first one gets 10,000, maybe the second gets 20, maybe the third ends up getting 100,000 because you got that 20, 30 plus a new audience because you were able to get so much engagement on it. This is how you guys need to be thinking if you want to grow on Instagram right now. And as a reminder, it is easier to grow on Instagram than it ever has been before. You need to be taking advantage of this. And if you want to get guaranteed followers on Instagram, you want me to help you by looking into your account, telling you what to do, and doing so much more, well, then you need to keep watching this video because I'm going to share with you exactly how we can make that happen. All of that being said, if you want guaranteed growth on Instagram in 2022 or just in the next 30 days, you need to get into my mentorship program where I guarantee that I can help you grow on Instagram. In fact, I'm gonna tell you what to post, when to post, what hashtags to use to guarantee that you grow in the next 30 days. If you don't grow, I'm gonna give you your money back, 0 questions asked. Now, there are limited spots for this because there are so many people that wanna get into it, but I can only work with so many creators. So if you're interested, go to the link in the description. This is the same exact course that Tuvok12 took to gain over 100,000 followers on Instagram. Av Moves took to gain over 1 million followers followers on Instagram, that Joel Magician took to gain over 500,000 followers on Instagram, and so many other creators. I'm telling you guys, the organic reach on Instagram is not going to last forever. If you want to take advantage of this, you want brands to pay you for your posts, you want to know what you should be posting, what hashtags to use, what time you should be posting, and again, guaranteed growth on Instagram. Nobody has ever offered this before. Nobody's ever going to be able to offer this, but I can offer this to you right now if you get into this very limited program. So please, if you're interested, sign up at the link in the description. If not, I strongly suggest you check out the next 2 videos I'm going to put up on the screen because they're the videos that YouTube thinks you should watch next. Thank you so much for watching.